Electric furnaces used to be bigger than the stone ones. Are the electric furnaces not bigger than the stone ones anymore? Because, yeah, they used to be 3x3 instead of 2x2. Oh, yeah, a better gun, armor. Yeah, you know what? It's a good idea to just do that at this point. We'll probably just make light armor for now. But yeah, I like the SMG. We'll do that. We've got to set up some defenses soon. I'm going to just toss the pistol. You can put it in a crate and blow it up, but oops. But that's going to be fine. And what I'm going to do as well is just pick up a little bit of this because I'm going to want a steel axe next. I'm going to like pre-build it so I don't like accidentally F it up. So we can start developing pump jacks. Pave everything, yeah. I agree. First of all, yeah, no, I'm probably not gonna go after that material. Come back down here. How we doing? Aha! Choo-choo train? Choo-choo train. Cargo wagons? Yep. So, couple of things. A lot of people will make a two-headed train, like a train with two locomotives, one pointing in each direction. And it does mean your stations are a lot smaller and more compact, because your trains can go backwards and things. I don't like to do that, because I like my choo-choo trains to go straight and forward. And I want that. So, there. So, and most likely, I think our trains are basically just going to have one wagon for things. I don't know why I'm bothering to chop this. And I don't know if we're really going to be continuing the bus over here. Alright. I don't know what to do. Well, I guess we should work our way up to the next science. Ooh, that's not the next science. Do we still need do we still need to go this route to unlock blue science? What unlocked the blue science pack? Must be under plastics? Advanced electronics. Okay. So you can see the blue science pack needs advanced circuits, which need plastic, engine unit, which is just steel and iron, and assembly machines, which is just iron. No batteries needed this time. Because that's how it used to be. It used to be red science packs and batteries. What was it? Factorio, Wiki, Blue, Science. I feel like it was something like that, but I'm probably, you know, just crazy. Yeah, battery, red circuit, filter inserter, and steel were all required for Science Pack 3s. So, I think the Science Pack 3s are actually a lot easier to make. Especially since you don't need to set up battery production. That's the thing, the jump to Science Pack 3 was a lot harder before, because you needed to set up so much oil-based industry. We are going to need some. So we're going to want to plan for oil production, which, I mean, we could start. We've got enough to start some pump jacks, and I guess, you know, how much oil have we got up there? I don't know how many oil patches we've got. We might have 10. I guess I should go and check. Let's go and take a look. Let's go and blow up our way through these trees. And where? Oh. I think the oil is underneath some of these trees as well. It's going to make them a little hard to see until the tree stumps go away. So the sooner we get rid of them, the better. I guess I can go here and... Oh, but they're not highlighted in purple. Okay, there's more than 10. So that's okay. So I can make all of them that I can now. That's going to be all right. But yeah, what I'm thinking is we're going to go and build a much more significant iron plate factory. Well, actually, I suppose we could start with a much more significant steel factory, because that's really what our shortfall is right now, is massive amounts of steel production. But what I'm thinking is we might not... Are we going to make steel... Now, I mean, we're still going to be making coal-based stuff. So that's question number one is, are we going to be making it with electric furnaces or not? Well, we don't have the electric furnaces yet. I think we need the blue science before we can unlock that. So the question then becomes, are we going to be making our steel starting with iron ore, or are we going to ship iron plates to make our steel? Rapid deforestation, Quill style. Die trees. Quill's grenade-based deforestation seems more effective by now. I tell you what, when I discovered that like grenades were such an amazing way to clear forests, I was so happy. Also, I think the grenade damage got tuned slightly in 0.15 because we seem to kill trees with 2 grenades every time this time, and usually you needed 3 in the past. It's okay, we need the electronics. But yeah, I think that might be the case. And I think we want to set up our green circuit production. Like, because I, again, want to avoid just buffing. It would be really easy to just, like, increase our production early by setting up, you know, better, more bust green circuits. But I think we're going to want to avoid that, too. So, let's plan out our rail routes. And what I want to do, I think, is clear more. So we can start to see the oil patches here. I think all this forest here is going to go away. Yeah, the grenades are definitely... I don't know if the tree hit points went down or the grenade damage went up or how it is, but... so much better, because I hated clearing this shit. My bases looked even more miserable than they do now. Before, when, like, I didn't clear any trees, basically, until I could get my personal robopod and use the red blueprints to clear out trees with my bots. So what I'm thinking, let's go and get a shit ton of rail. And we're going to go and set up our initial little rail routes here. And yeah, I wish I'd properly imported my blueprints from my other game. I didn't realize I had to, like, export them globally. So we should have a shit ton of rail. Yeah, 1,400 units. I think that would count as a shit ton. Cool. And we have a locomotive on us, right? Yep, down there. And we've got a little bit of coal to fuel it as well. Glorious. We've got our pump jacks, which I'm going to put down to clear out inventory. And also to get a bit of a sense as to the position that we're going to be working with. Alright, so we'll need a few more, but for now that's going to be okay. I need to go and put you here. Hello, iron pick, or steel pick. Much better. So I think we're going to be picking up the oil on the left-hand side over here. So I think our main train line is almost going to come down. Not productivity. We don't need electric engines right now. We don't need the fluid wagons yet. Get some of the inserter bonuses. Lasers. I don't think we particularly need anything in the order. Let's get the mining productivity. Every level of this gives you a 2% boost. I think the first couple levels... No, just the first level is only red and green. Then after we can't. But we may as well... Oh, no, it's levels 1 through 3. So we can get up to 3 levels on just the red-green stuff and get more mining more faster. And that sounds pretty good. So I think I'm going to plan... Now, normally, in my previous games, I've always done a single rail as my base. Because I love dealing with, like... with sidings and things like that. But I think we're going to be doing enough rail stuff this time around that we really, really, really need a double rail setup. Now, I think this is a perfectly fine distance between the two. Which is how many? 1, 2, 3 gaps. So if we do here, 1, 2, 3, and then here... Or not? Oh, I just started this too early. Hang on, I'm doing it again, but... Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out the corner ratio here. Well, or do I? Maybe I'll just build a T-junction over here, honestly. The problem is it's such a pain in the ass to build these corners without, without... I guess I could use ghost mode. Derp, derp, derp. Hold on. I can use ghost mode now. It just won't be built by robots. So I can shift R now? Oh, that's gorgeous. So there we go. Oh. I'm ghost moding again. Yeah, that is actually quite challenging to do here without the builder bots. Probably a better way to do that, but that's the idea, is to run that way. I should have just built a T-junction here. Maybe have it dead end, but at least, like, the nice thing with the T-junction is I'm not going to go and fuck it up after, and the angles are a lot easier to understand. So, let's build one. So we're going to have some sort of rail here that goes to some distance. I don't know how far. And then 1, 2, 3. We'll do that, then we'll throw it into a blueprint, and then that'll be great. So we have right-handed traffic. So from here, I mean, we're going to have to go there. I guess I didn't have to quite do it that way. No, one higher. There we go. So that goes that way, but then also no, I'm doing this dumb. This doesn't exist. This isn't a thing that needs to happen. Hello, go away. I'm trying to eliminate you. No, it is. Shit. Fuck. Hold on. It's this one that doesn't need to exist. Arg. Fucking frack. I should have just imported my blueprints, but then you guys wouldn't have the fun of seeing me do this. Okay. No, that's not what I wanted to get rid of. You. Okay. So, I have to, like, turn my head. So, we can be traveling south on this one and making a turn this way. Then the other thing we're going to want to do is travel south on this one and then be able to go east. So, we need to end up over here. Do we want the junction to be like that? I mean, is that a problem? I guess that's fine. Okay. And then from here, we want to be able to end up two ways. Well, really, I should think of it from the point of view of we're coming from here and we want to join up over there. It'd be nice if we got it to look symmetrical-ish. Okay, that's fine. No. There we go. And symmetrical-ish is totally a word. Does that look even? So the idea is if you're traveling west, you can go north. If you're traveling east... No, sorry, hold on. Whoa. If you're traveling east, you travel east on here, and you can go north. If you're traveling west, you'd be doing it here. Yes, you can go north. Traveling west, you can go north. If you're traveling east, you can go north. If you're traveling south, you can go west, or you can go east. Good. Now, we need some signals here. I need a lot more chain signals than regular signals in the end. What I should do is move you there, move you there, move you... Actually, hold on. I want to do this, do this, do this. Lock all the rail stuff in there. We'll get some train stops in here as well. Ready to go. Okay, so now what you got to figure out is how to set up signaling here, because your trains are smart-ish in that they will not go onto a section of track where there's another train because it doesn't want to collide. So we need signals so that trains know how to safely navigate this, because otherwise they just won't do it at all. So there's two different types, and this is something, if you've never done train stuff in Factorio, it can be a little intimidating, and it's easy to kind of F up and get wrong. There's regular signals, and then there's the chain signals. The regular signal will simply, first of all, any of these signals sets up blocks. So by doing this and say this, what we'll do here is we're going to set up, there's a block. There's sort of the block over here there's the block here between these signals, and then there's a block to the right. That's all you're doing. You're chopping up each section of track into an individual block. And the signals have a green light normally, except if there's a train. Then, and I'll put some fuel in here so I can move it around, then it turns red. So a train can go to here, and then we'll stop right here because the next block has another train in it. It doesn't care if this train is moving or not. Doesn't matter. That's a red signal. As soon as I cross the next signal, that one turns red, and then this one turns green as I pass out of that. So that's the regular signal. It's very simple. Is there a train in the next section? Yes or no. The problem is that's not quite sufficient enough to make this work really smoothly. That's when the chain signals come in. The chain signals are very interesting because what they do is they just tell you, they look down the path and tell you, and they're colored the same as the next signal in the series. So for example, if I were to go here, first of all, they always work like normal signals as well. So this one's red because there's a train in this block. But notice that it's not going to change green as I go here, because this one looks to the next signal and uses that. So it'll turn red if there's anything in here, but also if the next signal is also red. And they will chain with each other such that if I were to go and put a chain signal here and here, notice that this will all stay red. All stay red, still red. As soon as I pass this signal though, because this is a signal that turns green, all the others turn green. So this is how everything works. And we will make this intersection function. Because what you can do is you can just drive your train yourself, but what you really want to do is you want to have the trains drive on their own and just do things in a very fun and automated fashion. The rule of thumb is this. Generally speaking, when you have shit like this going on, you want to have regular signals at your exit and then chain signals at the entrance. So this is a route, this is going to be going east. So we want a signal at the exit here. We're going to want a signal at the exit here. And this is the exit going north. There we go. So now every exit has a signal. And then we want chain signals at the entrance. So this would be an entrance here. Here, notice how this one is red because there's a train in this block. But as soon as I put that down, then it gets nicely separated out. And like this. This by itself would cover like 99% of everything. So now there's no, if you look here, we've got one giant block. This whole area right here is one block. Everything's green right now because there's no train in this block as soon as I try to enter. All three of my entrance signals turn red because this entire block is occupied. No train can enter this, which sounds good-ish, but the problem is if there's a train here just trying to travel west, it's not allowed to enter this block either. And the reason right now is the signal's not set up in such a way that it knows if maybe I was going to do this, in which case I obviously wouldn't want a train coming in here. So it has to reserve the entire block, which isn't necessarily ideal. So you can break this into smaller blocks by putting more signals down here, which is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to put a chain signal on all the possible directions that we might go. So we might take this one to go up to the north. This actually might also be used to go down. No, it actually wouldn't. This is just a route that converts from east to north. So we've got that. And this one here is one that goes from south to east. So we're going to do that. We're going to throw a few others there and there. And then all these little intersections, we just want to put an extra little signal to avoid I think I would normally want one there, but there's not actually space. I think I needed to put my cross a little higher. Still, I think now, if I go in here, a bunch of signals should turn blue. Perfect. So, blue signals mean we're not sure. This one here says maybe you can enter, maybe you can't. It depends on where you're trying to go. Trains are allowed to go this way. You can tell because of these green signals here, right? A train could go here and go that way and be fine, even though there's a train intersection. But it's not allowed to go down here. If a train wants to go from south to east, therefore taking this route, it would actually stop here and wait. So a train can travel westwards. It can travel south to west right now and be totally okay and happy. I think we're there. I think I would like one there normally to break things up more, but I think this is going to be okay. Need more tracks. Need one more on the track section with the train. Oh, probably in here, huh? Right, because it could potentially wait there. Yeah. I mean, it would work. It's not like it's not working as is, but it'll work smoother. And you always want to have your signal be hit as soon as possible. If we do this... Yeah. That's better, because now this is telling, if I had another train behind this one, now the second train could come in through here and go up that way, but before it could not. There you go, because as soon as I'm here, another train can enter behind me if it's trying to go to the north. Okay. I do think one there would have maybe even kept it going, but I don't think we're going to get any kerfuffleage. So, let's go and create a new blueprint book. And a new blueprint. So, the blueprint, you used to have to, like, craft them. Now you just build them through that menu. We want to grab, I'd say like this. Just one tile past each signal. So this is going to be my T junction, I guess. Okay. And I'm going to just put this in my book like that. So I can put this book here. How do I save this between games? I mean, and I love this. So people are already swapping their blueprint strings. I have to go into one of my games, copy it, and then go into my new game and import it? Right box. Drop it on the... Oh! Wow, that is not intuitive. That's really not intuitive. This says shared blueprints. You would think that the blueprints on the left were the ones shared between all the games. And if anything, the ones on the right would be the ones just in the current game, because it's my blueprints. I'm not wrong there. Shared blueprints to me says that these should be shared. Yeah, wow. Yeah, 99 stars. Well, that's an amazingly simple UI that is not intuitive at all. I mean, I don't know if you're being sarcastic or honest. It is a really simple UI. That's not intuitive. I mean, there should be... I mean, I realize that Alpha 15 is not out yet. But first of all, I think you should have maybe a dashed set of lines to show that this is sort of an area distinct from the buttons. And it should say something like, especially if it's empty. If it's empty, it should say, drop blueprints here to save between games or share between games or something like that. I bet you that's something that's going to be tuned. They're shared with other players. Oh! So over here, any player logged into the same multiplayer game would get to access all of these? Okay, so that makes sense. And then I guess I can sort of understand my blueprints that stick around for a while. So So really, I don't need to use this side at all. I only care about dropping stuff over here for my personal use. Fair enough. So another blueprint that I'm going to want is just, say, my track. I might want a blueprint for a corner, assuming I'm happy with this one, which, yeah, happy-ish. Boom. These will become a lot more useful when I get my personal Roboport later on, but for now that's okay. All right. So that's something. So let's go and make some sort of station over here. Which probably, I mean, what we need is we need mega smelters, right? There's really nothing else that makes sense at this point. Mega smelters into mega circuit production. I mean, maybe not like mega, but kinda. I had to do better with my my tooltips, or my icons here. Well, first of all, why don't I have my T junction have the letter T? I like that. And then just my track can just be that. And then, what do we do for our corner? Letter C for corner.